Hello, Wastelanders. It's Jewel Smith. In Fallout 4, I'm Fiona, General of the Minutemen. With me, as always, is my knight in red velvet, Hancock. We are going to head over to Somerville Place and give you a tour. My last settlement tour was Egret Tours Marina, right there. And so now we're going to head south. There's Egret Tours Marina to Somerville Place. Now it says I have 38 people there, but I don't. It's just a glitch. I only have 20, which is about the average for my settlements, or, you know, I try to shoot for 20 if I can. What is that? Oh, hello, Radstag. Now, if you're on survival mode and you just want to run very quickly between the settlements and avoid a lot of trouble, just head directly south. You're going to go past this place. I think this is Cutler Bend. And if you have Aqua Girl like I do, or Aqua Boy, you just swim right through here. Avoid the Mirelurks, of which there are many there. And head this way. Oh, what's that? A glowing mongrel. Okay. Well, that should be pretty easy to deal with. Anybody else? Nope. There should be a road right here. Yep, there it is. Why am I lagging? Uh-oh. I hear some gunshots. We're gonna follow the road a wee bit. Hello. You must be a caravan guard. But we're just gonna head straight south. And you can see the little icon on my radar. There we go. And there is Somerville Place. Not very far at all. And right now it's not raining, which it has been for the past several in-game days. So I'll hurry up and start the tour. Let's do the outer wall. There's my Minuteman guard. All of my guards are settlers that I dress in Minuteman ballistic weave clothing and combat armor. There's my usual shack bridges for most of the outer wall. They take up less of the hotbar, which I'm playing on PS4. Now see a Somerville Place that says nothing more can be built. So I've completely filled up everything I can possibly build here unless I scrap something or redo something. We'll see here, defense is 185, pretty high. I try to shoot for around 200 with my settlements that have 20 people. Food and water is adequate for everyone. Power is 100 because I have one of those power generators that makes 100. Now I didn't use a shack bridge right here. It didn't seem practical. I wanted to kind of block that off. If you peek through the cracks there, there's a bathroom in there, so I didn't want to have that just hanging open. Close that off. I was experimenting with some of the new scaffolding. Made a little guard post back here at the back of the house. Now the roof of this house is all messed up, and kind of like Taffington Place, if you watched that video that I did. But what I did here is I was able to sort of use those wooden ladders, and they were just the right angle to kind of rebuild the roof. Of course, in real life, we would have just used wood and, you know, rebuilt the roof normally. But this isn't real life, this is Fallout 4, and they did not give us the tools to rebuild roofs like that. I suppose if PS4 ever gets mods, maybe somebody will make a mod for it. Got all lit up back here, got some spotlights, street lights. Another guard post by this tree. I built that barn. That's actually the Minutemen barracks for my guards. There's one little lonely guard post up here at the edge of the settlement. This is a very large settlement area. Let me click back into workshop and show you. You see how big that is? I mean, they let you go all the way out to this edge here and all the way down to the water. And I mean, it's a huge area, but very uneven. Very uneven, sloped and lumpy. But I tend to get death claws along here because that direction is the glowing sea. That direction-ish, there you can see the little vault. There's like a gunner. I think it's gunners that spawn there. Anyway, we get a lot of enemies from this end. So I put this little guard post up here on the ridge, as far up as I could put it on the ridge, to keep an eye on the glowing sea and anything that might come out of there. Oh, see, now it starts raining again. Dang it. It's always raining here. Alright, we'll continue the perimeter sweep here. Another guard post, more shack bridge walls. Now, of course, that's not going to keep anybody out. This place is not a fortress. But it'll slow them down. And I'm all about the role-playing. As far as game mechanics, enemies spawn right in the middle of the field in this settlement. Every time I get attacked, they just show up in the middle of the farm and start tearing everything up. So the walls really serve no tactical purpose as far as game mechanics. But I like having them there as far as role-playing. And why is there junk under there? Because, of course, everything falls through the floor. As I've mentioned a million times. Now, I like to use the buildings themselves as part of the perimeter. The backs of the buildings will be sort of part of the defensive wall of the settlement. And then they'll open into the center of the settlement. So here I have a gate. And I have a gate over there as well, because that's where my provisioners and the caravans seem to like to come in from both directions. So I went ahead and put in 2 gates. Come here, Monkeybutt. Monkeybutt is the settlement robot.
Unit is ready to observe.
Hi, Monkeybutt.
Huh. Actually, I'll be back later.
Understood.
He has a little monkey head. And because there's children that live here, I didn't want him to be scary, have a scary name, so I named him Monkeybutt. There's one of my provisioners.
Yes?
I give all my provisioners the postal uniforms with ballistic weave. So this is the inside of the settlement. This is the original house that comes with the settlement. I could have scrapped that tractor, but I kind of thought it was cool, so I left it. We have a doggy. Hi, Ivy. I bought her from Erickson in the Far Harbor add-on. And the farm comes with the settlement. It's already there. There's 2 children.
Gotta earn their keep too.
And they're assigned to farming, so they'll help with food. And then I assigned a few other settlers to farm. I have spotlights. That one doesn't seem to be working now for some reason, and neither does that one. Maybe they only come on at night, or maybe they're just glitched. Who knows?
Huh?
And this fire is here in the middle of the settlement, this big bonfire, and I just left it. You can scrap it, but I kind of thought it was cool, so I left it. I guess we can go in the house. I put in a bench and a light. Fix the house all up. See, look at this. Why does it do that? Oh, you know this is my pet peeve. Every time I make one of these videos, I always tour the settlement myself before I make the video. Like literally minutes before I make the video. I do a little run around where I say, okay, everything's where it needs to be. And then I start the video. or I start streaming, and then I come here and everything's fallen underneath the floor. I think it's some kind of glitch from streaming, something to do with the streaming. As soon as the game knows I'm streaming, it breaks. Anyway, okay, I'm not here to complain about that. This is the parents' bedroom. When you get the settlement, it's a dad and 2 kids. There's no mom, but the very first settler I sent here, I sent to be the mom. I sent a lady, and I made a double bed for Mom and Pop, even though he doesn't sleep in it because, well, maybe he does now. He used to be one of the guards, but I think I reassigned him to scavenging. I got a little baseball bat and some toys in here. I put that up for the kids to play with. Not that they actually play with it in the game, but I've brought them lots of toys, games. I made a nice little playroom for them. And then I turned this little area into a bathroom. And that's one of the reasons why I put the wood up around it, to block off the broken windows, because people are in here going to the bathroom and taking a bath. Got a little guard post, lots of turrets, lights, water pump. I have a Brahmin trough, but I haven't had a Brahmin wander in. Even though it's a big settlement, I mean, 20 people, you'd think I would get a Brahmin, but no, not yet. Alright, so here's my barn slash Minuteman. Oh, hello, John. Slash Minuteman barracks. I've also put the weapons and armor. Not that I think they'd be selling a lot of weapons and armor to the few settlers who live here, but as I've mentioned in other videos, I usually build an armory, even in my small settlements, because they need to have a place where they repair, right? They would have people who could repair their weapons and armor. And I feel like this would be an important outpost for the Minutemen, because it's right on the edge of the glowing sea, and I think it would be important to keep an eye on that, on this edge of the Commonwealth. So I like to think of this as kind of a little, Minutemen outpost. So we have some beds, some cots, and the foot lockers, and of course weapons and armor workbenches, scavenger station, more beds, cots, and foot lockers up here. And storage. There's a nice collection of weapons here. I have 3 variants of plasma weapons: plasma pistol, a tactical plasma thrower. It's got the flame throwing conversion, and a what do they call that, comfort grip or whatever. And then the rifle, which is just basically the same pistol with a different barrel and a different stock. And then some versions of laser pistol, scattered laser pistol, and a laser rifle. Alright, oh, and a missile launcher. Some of my guards have missile launchers on them. You're soaked, John. Alright, and of course, they're by the water, so some fish there. This little swing, the kids never actually swing on it, but you can't scrap it, so it's here in the middle of the little settlement. Now this little area here, aside from being full of Brahmin who are walking where they shouldn't walk. So yeah, we have the caravan stop here. It's very cozy. I figure if the caravaneers are going to haul themselves all the way out here to this glowing sea side of the Commonwealth, they should have a nice place to hang out. So they've got their own cooking station and a water pump and some beds. There's the power generator for the settlement. And they're right next to the bar. And so here, see, the caravan guards have wandered over here.
Hey, at least it's honest work.
They can play with the slot machine. They can get a haircut. Hey there, barber lady. And there's more bathrooms back here. Or, well, a toilet. So this is where the bartender lives. I threw one of these down so they would have a little bit more happiness here. Because the salon and the weight bench and the slot machine all add happiness. So that's the little bar area. And we got a little thriving commerce area up here too. So here we have a clothing vendor.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Hey Jack. And a general goods merchant. And a doctor.
Doctors around these days. You should let me take a look at you.
No, I'm good. And he looks exactly like the doctor that's in Bunker Hill, which I haven't toured yet.
Not now.
Fine.
Because, of course, a lot of the settlers look identical to each other. You'd think with all these endless options to choose from for hairstyles and color of skin and facial features and everything, that you'd get more than the same basic, like, what are they? There's like 8 settlers that I see over and over and over again. Every once in a while I get somebody that looks a little different, especially when they do an update or I do the DLC. Here's all the docs stuff. Where's all these chems? Did I not give him a bunch of chems? Oh, I gave him a little Addictol and some buff out. Usually I give the doctors a bunch of chems. Let's look at my aid here. Yeah, he's got some of that, some of that, some of that. Well, he definitely needs some stim packs because he's a doctor, right? Let's give him some of those, and then maybe some Radaway. Radex definitely needs some of that. And some Radaway needs some of that. There you go. Have some stuff.
I can patch you up if you need it.
And then in here is where she lives, the vendor lady. And the clothing guide. Hey. He lives in here. I don't know who he shares the place with. I don't know who else sleeps in here. Alright, so that's Somerville Place. I think that's all of it. Yes, it is. I don't spend a lot of time here, so I don't have a bed of my own. Some of my settlements I have my own. John and I have like a place where we'll crash. I don't have my own bed here. I try to avoid this place as much as possible. It's not really my favorite. Kind of gloomy. It's on the edge of the glowing sea, which is kind of crappy. And kind of like swampy or whatever. Not my favorite place. We get a lot of rad stags. You'll see there's a dead rad stag right there. Rad stags like to spawn right here. There'll usually be 2 or 3 of them. And one of them will be rabid and they'll start attacking. So they'll start running over here and then they'll get shot by my turrets. That happens a lot. And then there's this other little interesting area. There's a lot of interesting areas around Somerville. There's a little spot out here where a raider will spawn. Just one. This little statue. And he'll harass my provisioners. And all this junk respawns. So you can come over here. You can loot the junk. And then, you know, a few days later, there'll be more junk. Of course, you have to kill the raider every time. And there's a little... Oh. Where was it? Come on, hitbox. Hitbox me. Where is it? It was right there. Oh, there it is. It's like a little chem box in his, in the statue's hand. And some junk here. Oh, day tripper. That's always nice. You hungry, John? Yeah, see, so there's like all kinds of stuff that spawns out here along with the raider. Is there a dead raider over here? Yep. Hello there, raider veteran. I will take your welding goggles. Sure. Yeah, but he harasses the provisioners, but he's close enough to the settlement that when he starts harassing the provisioners, then my turrets will start shooting at him, and my robot gets angry, and the dog gets mad, and everybody runs out there to kill him. So that happens frequently. And then there's this little spot up here. I won't give you any spoilers, but there's some stuff to discover up there. And there's a lot of mongrel dogs that like to spawn right here. So you'll see all the dead mongrel dogs laying around. And then just over there is a vault that's involved in a quest for Kate. And I've done that quest. Kate lives over at Taffington Boathouse with McCready, and you can watch my Taffington video to find out more about that. But that's Somerville Place. So I took a little break from playing Nuka World. That's what I've been streaming lately. That's why I'm wearing the crazy cappy goggles. And I figured I would hop over here and give you another tour of one of my settlements. And I will continue the settlement tour probably with Murkwater next. So that'll be our next settlement tour. Murkwater is not a very big settlement. Not a lot of people there. It's even crappier than Somerville Place, even though it's not as close to the glowing sea here. But it always seems to be rainy and always seems to get attacked by super mutants, which you can see in my Vault 88 video. When I first went and discovered Vault 88, I fast traveled here and went there and got attacked by a bunch of super mutants. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed seeing Somerville Place. If you're liking these videos, please remember to like and subscribe. Leave me some comments. And if you want to see Nuka World or the Vault Tech Workshop stuff, you can check out some of my videos about that too. Thanks a lot. Bye!